So I went to Dexter High School, and my mom and dad were most amazing people. Still are. My dad would work two jobs just to put food on the table because where he worked for Arvin. That's where he retired from. But they would lay off a lot, And my mom was a preschool teacher, and so they did everything that they could for me. But there was times that it was rough. So I remember for my birthday, my mom March came in and said, "I have something for you." And okay, mom, typical teenager, whatever, mom. And I worked. I worked at Save a Lot, and I had bought my own car, and I played sports, but I was really insecure, and my mom knew that. And so she came in and she's like, "I booked this," and I'm like, "Booked what?" She said, "Your senior pictures," and I'm like, "I don't want to do this, mom." And she's like, "No, no, I did this with Joe Craig. And I'm like, "Oh, you know, not Joe." And mom said, "Why?" And I'll never forget this day. And I said, "Because Joe only does pretty people, not pretty." And she looked at me and she said, "Stop that. You're beautiful." So anyway, okay, she had told me, when she booked it and everything, and I was dreading it. I was dreading it because I thought I'm not the pretty person. I'm not the pretty people. You know, um, some things had gone on at school. I didn't tell. I wasn't running and telling my parents. I suspect my mom knew, but I played high school softball. I laughed, I joked with everybody, but not everybody knew the pain that I went through because not everybody knew about the bullying. You know, I was made fun of the way I spoke, the way I dressed, you know. So I thought, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't walk in there and expect Joe Craig of all people to take my picture. Why would he want to? So with that being said, that it was getting closer and closer, and I just went more into myself and just didn't want to be here and didn't want to be there. So I had all intentions of that day committing suicide. I was done. I couldn't do it no more. I had fought the battle that I thought, you know, was a battle. It wasn't, but I just was like, I'm going to do this. My mom paid for this. This is what she wants. And she had worked 2 and 3 jobs to be able to do this because my dad had actually gotten laid off. And she had a 64 Ford Galaxy convertible, and she was so proud of that car. And I loved the car too. And, she went out and they had saved money and bought me new clothes and, was so happy. And I just kept looking at her, and I couldn't be happy no matter how hard I tried. And, she's picking out these clothes, and the day come, and I had it all set how I was going to do it, what time I was going to do it, how I was going to do it, where it was going to be. I was ready. I was just tired. And I remember just walking in the door and you greeting me. And I kind of look at you, or I look at Joe Craig. And Joe just looks at me with this big, huge smile. And Joe hugged me like I was just the most amazing person in the world. Well, so I kind of stumbled back a little bit in my feelings, but I just went on. And so Joe talked to us for a little bit, and then his secretary or receptionist, sorry, had talked to us and explained what was going to happen, what we were going to do. And my mom was sitting over here giddy like a 16-year-old little girl, and I'm over here wanting to cry, thinking I'm not pretty. Once I get in there and he realizes and actually looks at me, Joe's not going to want to do this. How can I disappoint my mom? Because I felt like that's what I was doing. And then I felt like that I was wasting Joe Craig's time. I wasn't worthy. And that's what I had been taught. I wasn't worthy. So as, we get in there, Joe's snapping these pictures, and Joe's like, just the way Joe spoke to me and talked to me as a person, not as someone just up there getting a picture taken. Okay, turn, twist. Joe wanted to know about me. Joe talked about my smile, my eyes, my hair. Joe talked about me. Oh, I love that little outfit you have on, and just the way he spoke to me. Joe treated me like a person, not not anything. And that as Joe was speaking to me, I started feeling a little guilty because I had always been taught not to judge people. And it wasn't that I judged Joe. It's just I know who he took pictures of, and they were beautiful people. I wasn't beautiful, and I was told I wasn't beautiful. But Joe didn't tell me that. Joe told me I was beautiful. So when Joe told me I was beautiful, I didn't know whether to believe Joe. So as we're going through taking the pictures, and I start feeling more comfortable, and I start laughing with Joe. And that was our first session. I thought, okay, maybe I won't do this today. Maybe I won't do this. Because there was a second session that was going to happen with my mom's 64 Ford Galaxy convertible. And I thought, I think I'll wait a minute. Maybe there is something there for me. Maybe there is something about me that is special. So we went home that night, and mom and dad were talking to me and just asking. Dad was excited about my pictures, and so the next day we met back with Joe, and Joe come up, big old warm hug again. And at that time, I had laid in my bed the night before, and I said, I was just talking to myself, and I thought, I can't. Tomorrow Joe's not gonna. He was just being nice for the day. That's it. Why would he care about someone like me? So the next day I come in, big old warm smile, big old warm hug, nothing different. And Joe talked to me as a person. He made me, without even knowing or even realizing what he did, Joe talked to me, not at me, to me. And for that reason, I'm here today. And for that reason, my three beautiful kids are here today. Because he talked to me and not at me. And made me realize, without ever knowing what he had done, that I was worthy.